Good morning, my friends. It is the day that I have been dreading. Weigh-in. You know I had an indulgent weekend. What happened on the scale? Let's find out. Well, I've been playing with fire the last couple weeks. A little too indulgent here, a little too indulgent there, but I've been fine. I've been maintaining, I've been losing. It all caught up with me. Now, this weekend, like I said, was a celebration weekend. And I've discussed ad nauseum celebration versus replacement meals and things like that. I knew this was going to be a celebration meal weekend, and it was. And the scale caught up with me. I had a gain of 3.2 pounds. That's a biggin'. It really is. Now, I was talking to Kim over to Girl on her phone, and she's like, you know it's not real. She's like, you know you didn't gain that much weight because, what is it, you have to eat like 3,000 calories to gain a pound. She's like, there's no way you ate 9,000 calories. She said, you know, you're holding on to water from those meals out and things like that. And yes, I probably am. But you know what? I'm owning it. I don't care if it's water. I don't care if it's fat. I'm owning it. I had an indulgent weekend. I had a burger the size of my head. I made a good choice of not getting the fries because I would have eaten those all. I got chips and really didn't eat many of those. I did great with the appetizers. I did have a piece of birthday cake, but it's my birthday. I'm having cake. I made okay choices. I made better choices than I would have in the past, but I still had a very indulgent weekend. So I am owning that 3.2. I'm owning it. And I'm not worried about it because I know I was right back on track the next day, and I will continue to be back on track. So I know it will leave me, just probably not as quick as I want it to these days, but it is what it is. So I am up 3.2 pounds. I did myself no favors, but it's okay. And I can't wait to see what next week brings because I plan on having a great week. That's my plan. So now that that's out of the way, we can get on to the weekly WW topic. And I apologize for the lighting. It is super early in the morning. It is not even 6:30 yet, and it's still really dark outside. So I've got every light in the house on, trying to get some light in here. And if you hear any beeping in the background, it's Doug doing his workout. Mine's already done. I got up at 5 and I ran this morning. Trying to figure out the running thing with my hip. So I was able to do several miles this morning and not a lot of hip pain. So that's a good thing. I just need to start doing it more consistently and not be afraid of the pain. If the pain starts, I need to stop. Anyway, so we are back to, what are they calling it this week? Or this series that they're doing. I don't even remember now. But anyway, it is 5-minute ways to boost your weight loss journey. One thing to do this week is taking charge of your schedule. This is very timely for me because right now my schedule is changing and it's in flux. As you all know, I run a home daycare. I only watch kids that their moms or dads or both parents are teachers because I like having my summers free. I like having my long breaks at Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, and I love having all the holidays off. So I only watch teachers' kids. So My schedule over the summer was very relaxed. I only worked 2 days a week. I mean, one day I only had one little kid here, and it was just a very relaxed schedule. Well, now we are back into school time and back into fall, so things are ramped up and crazy. Not quite as crazy as last year because I am on my road to my second retirement. So I'm not taking my maximum of 5 children. I only have 4. But I do have a new baby, and we're trying to get used to each other. So things have been a little hectic around here. I haven't had a whole lot of time to film. I've been filming at odd hours. Just trying to get my life together, you know? So this is very timely about taking charge of your schedule. So what they say is, so much to do and so little time, right? A serious shortage of hours in the day can definitely get in the way of creating and sticking to healthy habits. But studies show that when you're good at managing your time, you're more likely to have better results with weight loss. This week, open your calendar and look for any holes where you could schedule a few minutes or maybe even an hour dedicated to you and your wellness. To get started, try our ideas. Trust us, it'll be time well spent. You know, you always hear everybody, I'm so busy, I need more hours in the day. And it's true. Everybody's busy. But how you use your hours depends on you. We all get the same amount of hours a day. It's you that determines what you do with those hours. Are you going to spend those hours sitting on your phone or your tablet or your computer playing games? Or are you going to spend those hours meal prepping or exercising or having a great conversation with your partner or your kids or your best friend? You need to decide the best way to spend those hours for you. Now, if you're one of those people that will sit on your phone for 3 hours and play games and then complain that you don't have time to do exercise or that you don't have time to plan your meals, well, not so much, right? Right. You need to prioritize. You need to make a list. You need to write down the things that you absolutely have to do. And I mean it, write it down. Write it down. If you're anything like me, you love to cross things off the list. I do. I feel so accomplished at the end of the day when I have check boxes everywhere. I use a paper planner. Some people like digital, and you have to use what works for you. I like to write things down. My planner stays on the end of my kitchen counter, open all the time. Every night before I go to bed, I make a list for the next day, or I add to my list for the next day of what I need to accomplish, what I want to accomplish, what I hope to accomplish. Every night I write it down, and it's right there waiting for me the next morning. It could be something as mundane as laundry. But sometimes I just need especially with just Doug and I here, I have to kind of remind myself that I need to do laundry. Because we have a lot of clothes and I don't have to do laundry very often, but we all have our favorites. But, you know, you just have to write it down. That's how I am. If you want to get it done, write it down. I love lists. I love schedules. And what they want you to do is they want you to look at your schedule and find any gaps that you could use for some extra things. Their example is they tell you to outline tomorrow's schedule. Make it loose. 7 o'clock, wake up. Okay, 7 o'clock, I've started work by 7 o'clock because my new baby comes at 7 o'clock. So I'm up at 5. Actually, 5's starting to push it. I'm going to try start getting up at 10:05 because by the time I really wake up and can get exercising, you know, it takes me a little bit. So they have 7 a.m. wake up. So for me, it would be 5 a.m. wake up. 7:15, they have eat breakfast. For me, it would be 5:15 workout until 6. 6 o'clock would be get my shower. Between 6 and 7 is get my shower, make my bed, wake up the chickens, get coffee and tea started, do any of my other morning routine things that I need to do. Like if I ran the dishwasher, I need to empty the dishwasher. If I need something like that has to be prepped for breakfast, I can start that. I have 1 hour to get my act together. And then they say, 8:30, start working. For me, it's 7 o'clock, start working. And then I have a schedule in a schedule because I have the baby's schedule inside of my own schedule. Who needs to, there's only one infant that needs the bottles and the feedings and stuff like that. Everybody else kind of gets their meals together and they feed themselves, once I put it on the table for them. So I've got schedules inside of schedules. So I need to be on the ball. They want you to write out your schedule and then they want you to look for gaps. Like they said, do you have 5 minutes between meetings if you're at work? Do you have 20 minutes free while dinner's on the stove cooking after you prepped it? Do you have an hour free after dinner before you go to bed? Find these gaps in your schedule and put something there. Something that will help you on your wellness journey. They say in 5 minutes, you can track. You can track your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner. You can pre-track your day in 5 minutes. You can sit and decompress after a meeting and have a little bit of meditation and think about, oh my gosh, that meeting really stressed me out, but I'm not going to let that stress make me overindulge at lunchtime and eat. I'm going to sit here and breathe and get that stress out. So take that 5 minutes and do something for your wellness. Then they say if you have 20 minutes free while dinner's cooking or while you're waiting, maybe you're picking up your kid from soccer practice or football practice and you have 20 minutes free. Maybe you want to get out of your car if you're waiting in the parking lot and just walk a couple laps, get that heart rate up. If you 5 minutes of an increased heart rate will help you burn more calories. Or if you're home and dinner's cooking, maybe you can pop on like a Leslie Sansone video and do a little bit of indoor walking or do some yoga, something like that. Spend that 20 minutes doing something for your wellness. 20 minutes is plenty of time to get in a short little workout. And then 60 minutes before bed. Once again, if you want to work out, if you want to do some yoga, we have been finding that doing some yoga before bed really helps to bring us down and relax us and stretch out our muscles and make us feel really good. So find something. Maybe you can use that time to plan out your weekly menu or meal prep your breakfast and pack your lunch for the next day or pre-track your meals for the next day. You don't have to spend hours and hours. Take those little bits and just use it. And tell yourself, I have 15 minutes right now. I'm going to spend 5 minutes playing my favorite game on my phone because there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with some entertainment and some downtime. And I'll tell you, I find that if I'm getting into my game on my phone, I'm not thinking about snacking. So it's not always a bad thing. So decide, I'm going to spend 5 minutes playing my game on my phone. I'm going to spend 5 minutes pre-tracking my day tomorrow, and I'm going to spend 5 minutes packing my lunch for tomorrow. There's 10 minutes or 15 minutes right there, and you were so productive. You had fun, and you did something for your wellness. So don't just say, I only have 5 minutes. Say, wow, I have 5 minutes. What can I do with it? Like I said, we are all busy people. Our busyness may look different, but we're all busy people. And it comes down to how you use your time. And we need to use our time wisely. They give examples of what you can do, just like I said, in 5 minutes. You can track your breakfast, you can meditate, you can write down 3 good things that happened to you today, or 3 non-scale victories, or 3 food victories, anything. If you have 20 minutes, you can clean out the fridge. You can find a new recipe and make a shopping list, or you can try a workout. If you have 60 minutes, you can meal prep, you can do some yoga, you can read a book. Self-care. Self-care is a huge thing, and it's part of our wellness journey. So they want you to just map out a schedule. It can be a rough schedule. It can be a down to the minute schedule. Whatever works for you. What works for you may not work for someone else. So you have to tailor it to your needs. So that is their week 3 of obstacle breakthroughs, is what they're calling it. The recipe this week is loading. Hang on. The recipe this week is pear and fig salad with chicken and blue cheese. That actually sounds absolutely delicious, except I'm allergic to pears, so I'd have to leave the pears out, unfortunately. But that looks like a beautiful, beautiful salad. It is 3 points on the green plan, 2 points on the blue plan, and 2 points on the purple plan. I may have to try that with something other than pears. So my friends, that is it for my abysmal weigh-in and my weekly topic. So here's to a good week for all of us. I'm not concerned at all. I don't think I'll get the entire 3 pounds off that I gained, but I do plan on getting at least a pound, hopefully 1.5 pounds of that off. I'm going to work really hard this week. I'm going to work hard with my exercise. I'm going to work hard with my eating. I'm going to be mindful, and I'm going to be successful. It's a roller coaster. It is. And this just proves that no matter how long you've been Lifetime and how long you've been on maintenance, things happen and you can't beat yourself up, and you just have to go with the flow, and you have to just stick to the plan, because we all know it works as long as we follow it the way it is written and not the way we want to follow it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love you to hit that subscribe button and join our little community here. And down below in the description box is a link to my website with all of my recipes, along with links to my 2 Facebook groups. So come over and join us. Have a great one, and I'll see you very soon.